J-Star right here.
J-Star.
Yes.
Giving wild ideas.
Oh man, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Now, if you're watching this any day of the week, happy day,
Yes.
whatever it is. We are live, we are well. Sometimes we just gotta like psych ourselves
Push through.
up. Yes,
Woo.
push through. One of our amazing photographers, J-Star.
Yes.
Yes, he, Raymond Ramirez is also very sensitive.
Yeah.
He's very sensitive. So
Yes, he is.
if we don't give him a shout out, he's going to be.
I love my Ray Ram.
I know, he's great. He's
so
great. If he was here, he'd probably try to come in and
Yes.
ambush the. Oh, but anyway, so homegirl, 5 months pregnant. She's been doing such a great job filling in for Caroline Collins.
Yay.
And Caroline will be back on Monday.
Woo.
So if you are watching us every single day, watching us live, thank you so much for doing that. If you're binging us, then the next episode will be with Caroline. Well, Kat has been doing a wonderful job. She works at an assignments desk. She is 5 months pregnant with her third child.
Yes.
And we were talking about the maternity shoot. And I mean, well, I'm just going to say, you're supposed to try to be like, okay, so she's having her shoot and she has these like beautiful
ideas
and dresses and stuff like that. And so that's all well and good. J-Star comes in like,
paint your belly as a pumpkin and get a hay bale. No, I like simple and elegant. And he's all like, it's supposed to be a theme. No.
the baby is not a theme.
It's not a
the
theme.
theme is the baby.
Exactly. Just because.
But he's like into this, like painting of, but I don't understand
eyes.
painting the stomach.
I don't either. It's cute with some.
When is it cute? Is what
To
I need
each his own.
ask.
Like I've seen people like do the handprint.
That's, yes.
Or
But
something.
when you make it into something,
No, and they like keep it like the paper mache when they started doing that. I was like, I will.
okay, so at some point I do understand the paper mache because I feel like, I mean, I wouldn't do it if I had to do it all over again, but I think it would be kind of cool to be like, tell my kids like, this is how big you
I
were.
was.
Yeah, like this is how, because they don't really notice or realize how big.
Right. There's enough pictures to do that with. So.
But I'd feel uncomfortable with someone like,
Yes, and
like
then it
paint
has
my
to
stomach
dry.
a pumpkin.
No. And he's like a basketball. I was like, what? Let's not use anything to insinuate the bigness. Like, I don't like. Let's not do that.
Let's make it a solar system.
Yes, like, oh, put the whole world on her. But like, no.
Okay, Jen.
I don't
Anyway,
wanna do that.
I just thought I'd let you guys know what we were talking about. Anyway, this is something that we talked about yesterday in our newscast, and I found it very fitting for my husband because I feel like he's a kid at heart, which is a great thing.
Mine is too.
And it's. I mean, adulting, I think, is overrated.
It is.
It is.
It
so
is.
when you're a kid at heart, it's great, and I think that also
You
makes
need
you
that.
A better parent.
It does.
Because you can just, I mean, I'm usually on this like, stress level, anxiety world,
Yeah.
trying to do all the adult things, and I have a hard time to get onto the kid mindset. Not the kid level, I would say, but the kid mindset. And it's opposite.
It is.
sometimes, and it's
I'm
good.
a kid
It's
at
like
heart as well.
yin
so
and
I get
yang.
that,
Well,
yeah.
no, that's great. I think that you can let your inner kid out at certain times,
Yeah.
which is so freeing and
Different
so,
ways too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't
my
have to
husband
be
really
toys
is
or-
a kid at heart. Like he is obsessed with Disney World.
Oh, I'm not Disney World, but like Disney movies.
Yes.
Like cartoon movies.
Yes.
I took them to see Inside Out 2, and I don't know if I was more excited than them or they were more excited than me.
Well, I
love it.
like these movies. You know, like we're gonna go see Despicable Me 4. I'm like, I like that.
So are we.
So but I mean, then there's adults who take it really far when it comes to the toy collection and stuff like that. So toys, they're no longer just for kids, and we're finding that out. Turns out that they're becoming a hot commodity for adult collectors who are accounting for more sales than any other age group now.
Wow.
The Toy Insider held its annual preview of the hottest new toys in New York. There were plenty of kids getting a first look at all these things, but there were also a lot of adults interested.
Grown people.
Circana, which is a company that monitors consumer habits, says that adult toy collectors accounted for $1.5 billion of toy sales, that is, the first quarter of the year. That's more than any other age group and surpasses preschoolers for the first time ever. And I can totally see that because a lot of times these adults are playing with the kids. I see that like even with my father-in-law. Like he now has the opportunity to be a kid, you know, doesn't have the stress of
that's my
whatever, you know, whatever else going on. And you're going to see such a change in your husband when your baby girl comes. And he'll be playing Barbies. He'll be like I'm not joking. My father-in-law is very very well educated and engineer, just very, you know,
conservative,
sports,
poised.
Sports, very high level language, you know, whatever. And I came home the other day and I was like, why are your nails painted? And he goes, well, I mean, Liana had to do the other hand, but I told her I'd just keep this hand. I said, have you been out? Like, he goes, yeah, I went to the grocery store and stuff. But yeah, you know, this older man has like blue nail polish on his fingers.
My husband, he's ready for it. He sends me Instagram videos like, that's going to be me. I'm like, you're going to walk around with painted nails? Yeah, if she wants to do it.
Right.
And this man, when I say is hardcore, sportsy, very manly.
Yes.
I said, oh, I can see a change. It's so cute,
It's
though.
so cute. It's so amazing. I'm sure you've just changed so much since becoming a mother.
I have. And it's so fun. Like, I was into sports, but not as much as I am now.
Yes, people who aren't parents, I understand.
It unlocks another side you never knew you had.
I had no idea.
It really does.
Like right now, I am focused on my son Ryan is 7. He's going to turn 8. But this year in baseball, you have to try out to be on the team.
Yes.
Okay. And I love the fact that we are teaching him, which is a life lesson, that not everybody gets participation points.
Yes, that is very important.
And, you know, you're not going to always get what you want.
Everybody's not a winner.
Right.
It has to be, you know, not saying it like that, but it has to be a loser and it has to be a winner. So first and second and third place. We're teaching my sons that too right now.
Yeah, and I think that with sports, I never realized how important sports can be in terms of a teaching tool for other things. And so we have been practicing because he's not as good as some of the other kids, and that's okay. So what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
You know, and so tryouts are happening in a few weeks. And I'm not nervous, but I'm like, you better pick my damn kid.
Right, that's me too. Like, what?
What? You said
didn't
what?
hear that?
I saw him do that, you know, like.
Yes. When my son played basketball this season,
we saw
my husband was like, oh my goodness. Shh. I was like, you saw that kid?
Yeah.
Don't push my kid. Well, he's talking crap too.
I know,
his parent.
I know, yeah.
He was like, stop. I was like, no, if he can say it, I can say it
I
too.
I know. It's a whole nother world.
He's like, you can't come anymore.
All right. So, does your son or I was going to say son, but your husband collect anything? Or
yes, he does. He collects a few things, but his main thing is pins.
Oh.
Yes. So
like Disney pins or just any pins?
Like pins, like any type of pin. Like if it reminds him of our child, like he's big into 90s and colorful things, and he's a horror fan too. So most of them are like 90s, like for cartoon, he has a Hey Arnold one.
Oh, okay.
For like historical, like black movies, he has a Hillman College for like Cosby Show.
Yeah.
A Sonic, a Game of Thrones ones, just pins. Anything that it can identify with him or his family, he buys it.
Wow.
And then I get packages and I see a little black one. I'm like,
what did you buy? Yeah, what did you buy now? Yes.
Socks. He collects like different theme of socks.
Okay.
And then now he wants to get into Legos. So the boys and him can build things.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, you should do it too. I'm like,
okay, we didn't even talk about this beforehand, folks. We have not talked at all. I just said, hey, Kat, can you fill in for Caroline? So before kids, it was Daniel's birthday, and I didn't have anything for him. So I went to Target, literally. He's a huge Avengers fan, and I got him an Avengers Lego. And that opened up
a can of worms.
So I want to show you this video. I posted it on TikTok before. This is now his Lego collection.
Oh, you collect Lego.
He does them. I mean, he knows about the sets.
That's a lot.
He has counted the figurines. He has recruited his dad and my son to be a part of this Lego mania. And it's all Avengers, and it's all kinds of things. And so these are just a few. We had someone build that for us because I said it's only a certain part of the house where you can organize these.
Oh, wow.
Like he got the Taj Mahal, and I was like, okay, this is nice, and we'll put this here in the main area.
I have to show my husband this, because this is what they're aspiring to be.
Yes, I have other, but he puts it in a very tactful way. He's very organized with it, as you can see. And this is not even all of it at all.
Are you serious? Because that's a lot.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's all very nicely kept, and he has records of every single one. Oh. They go to the Lego store, my son and my daughter and him, and it's their thing. And
that's so great.
There's more Lego sets coming out in next month. And these are expensive.
That's what he was like, babe, we have to get these. I was like, who's going to get that?
They have the Legos. My son's, like, we don't do Duplo. Like, and here's the thing is my son's able to do it now, which is great. And Daniel will this is his stress reliever. I've tried making Legos. The pictures don't make sense to me. They don't look like no. And there's so many of these little things. I find it kind of rude because I'm getting this toy and now I'm gonna have to build it. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then like, I don't understand because like, there'll be a little thing that moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, look at this, it moves. And I'm like, it moves like 3 ways.
There's even a show based off of it, Lego Masters.
Yes, there are groups. Yeah, we have one of our assistant producers. She brings her Legos and she does.
Yeah, she's making like Angie's a Star Wars freak.
Yes,
she loves Star Wars,
which my son is too. She's making the
star. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a ship or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say a big pancake-looking thing.
That's how I think of it.
Anyway, I think it's great.
It is.
To be involved in something like this.
Everybody has their thing.
Yes, it's not something that's hurting them or whatever.
Right.
This is their thing. Yes, it's expensive,
and
but
peace and quiet. That's what I'm always an advocate for.
Yes, peace and quiet. And now my daughter has like the princess stuff and Legos. They're all into Lego everything. So it's great. I'm not into
on
it.
TikTok, like showing how many you have.
Yeah, and how many bags and doing all the. Yeah, it's a whole situation.
Miss that on this world.
Just make sure that all the Legos are kept in a nice, and organized because they can go everywhere.
That's what I'm dreading.
Yeah. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And your boys are older too, so it's all good. Well, kidadulting is not overrated. It's all good. We'll be right back. All right, folks, smell your armpits.
Oh.
Just kidding. Gross. Nasty.
That's nasty.
That is so gross. But that's what we're saying here in America. It's all culturally different when it comes to deodorant.
Okay, it is. It is.
Y'all, I will be the first one to say that my people in India, I not always wear deodorant. You can smell it. But you know, it's not a necessity if you think about it. Like flossing can cause, you know, it's just your really bad odor if that reflects your gut health. I looked into this a lot.
Me too.
It depends on all that. The reason we're talking about this is because Kate Hudson admits that she and co-star Matthew McConaughey don't wear deodorant.
So it's true. Yeah. They say Matthew McConaughey stinks.
Yeah. So, yes. Apparently, on the July 11th episode of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, she said, no, he doesn't wear deodorant. And by the way, I don't either. My thing was I could smell him from a mile away because we got so close. We're au naturels. Right. So it is a cultural thing. Like if you were to go to an Indian grocery store, you will smell people. Yeah. Because that's how it is. And not saying that's a bad or good thing, but I think we are conditioned to think that's a bad thing. Because actually, again, I'm not saying it just from my brain. I'm saying it from reading articles.
Yeah.
That it's sometimes wanted to smell like that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Right.
You know, my grandmother, she never wears deodorant and she doesn't smell.
Okay.
I don't know how that is. I mean, I have a strong sense of smell, but
maybe like diet. That's what I
maybe the
saw,
diet. I'm not sure. My mom the same way. She doesn't, but she doesn't smell though.
Right.
So it's. I don't know.
I think it's also kind of like with women, like the shaving thing too, in other cultures.
Yes.
Being all natural.
Right.
That could be.
But it's such a cultural thing because you come here and it's like, what? I mean,
I grew up. You
could talk about teeth. Like white, straight teeth.
Yes.
It's like your thing, you're gonna get braces. But you go to like England, you're like, it's their thing is to have yellow teeth.
Yeah.
Or it's like usually yellow, you know? So deodorant, if you didn't know, naturalizes the body odor. Antiperspirants reduce wetness on the skin. So you usually get both, which is what it's marketed towards.
Right.
And it's commonly accepted why people wear deodorant. Natural body odor isn't necessarily considered unpleasant by everyone. And one thing I wanted, your boys are getting to the age, they're 9. Do they wear deodorant?
They do.
Okay. So I didn't know when was a good time. So I was like, well, because I was looking up all things.
When I started smelling them is when I thought it was a good time.
Oh, okay.
And then their teacher actually sent a note home to all the boys, like after recess, the class is a little strong.
Really?
And so, it was polite. I wasn't offended by it, but she was like, hey, they're getting older, and even some of the girls, like how I grew up, it's not pleasant to smell like that. You don't want nobody else.
Sweating and stuff like that. Yeah, no, I understand.
And so
it's recommended by pediatricians to use a stick roll-on or cream rather than the spray, the aerosol option, until they're old enough to use those safely without spraying them in their face or inhaling them.
Yep.
But there's some adults that just don't wear it, and
to each their own.
To each their own.
I would not like to smell
We wear it all the time.
Yes.
Yes. It's
like
a
Mama,
ritual.
I don't want to smell like Whataburger onions. I don't want to do that.
That's something. All right, we'll be right back with another confession.
What are you doing?
Y'all, we talk about breastfeeding.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about this. This is another topic. We're talking about confessions, and here's one. The bathroom door.
Close it.
Everyone in my household closes the bathroom door. We teach our children, close the bathroom door.
Yes.
You can cry and hit the door,
but
I need my privacy.
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, apparently that's not the case for Mila Kunis and her husband, Ashton Kutcher. So they have an 8-year-old daughter, Wyatt, and 6-year-old son, Dimitri. They have no boundaries. Mila revealed they keep an open door policy at home, and that includes the bathroom. She says it's just one of those where, for better or for worse, as a family and the kids have all kind of embodied bodily functions as a very standard norm. They also don't apparently bathe their children every day. They say, like, as long as they're with, like, in a pool of water or, run through a sprinkler or something, it's the same thing.
I'm sick of these too, because that's disgusting. That is just
I feel a bath is needed. I usually take 1 to 2 showers a day. It just makes you feel better. Bacteria, it's just all that. But I also can't imagine everyone in our family opening the door and going to the bath. Like, that's not okay.
No, and then the reason behind it is you can still teach that it's a normal thing, like bodily, functions are normal, but I don't need you to watch me do that.
No, but I think it's also a teaching thing, like, hey, people need their privacy.
Yes.
What are you going to do at school? You going to leave the stall open?
And when they start getting phone calls, your child is busted in on people in the bathroom and just standing there.
Yeah. I think to each his own. To each its own, but this is going to carry. You know what? This kind of gave me a flashback to, I think it was like 2nd or 3rd grade. And there was a girl that was peeking through the stall.
I had that happen to me.
And she said, we leave our bathroom doors open at home. So the teacher, I remember, oh my God, I can't believe I remember this. God, I did not like that teacher, but she told her, Miss Longoria, I think was her name. Yes. And so she took her out and goes, that's private. That's privacy.
Yeah.
Rashi needs her privacy.
Yes.
And I think I was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's so
Don't
weird.
Look at me. My house doesn't do that.
I know, yeah. But anyway, to each their own. It's a crazy world we live in because people raise their kids differently, and then you come to school and you're like, I get that from my kids a lot.
Me too.
Ryan more so. That
this kid says such and such.
So
we don't do that.
Yeah.
I was like, is that? Or they'll ask like, is that wrong? Is that bad? No, but we.
Yes, this is what
we do.
That. Yes.
That's for them, and this is for us.
Which is why we need to be as involved as possible with kids.
It helps with cultural things too, growing up. Like, it's just different people. Yeah. That's all.
Definitely. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of Caroline and Rashi with Kat, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, friends.